There's good news and there's bad news. On site here in Roubaix, northern France, for this weekend's Paris-Roubaix. The good news is it's dry. The forecast expect mostly clouds with some sunshine on Sunday, 13 to 15 degrees for a high in Celsius, and in Fahrenheit around about 55 to 60 degrees. The bad news, we're not going to have one of those muddy, sloppy Paris-Roubaix editions that everybody loves. It's going to be a mix, somewhat better than 2021 when Sonny Colbrelli won the men's edition in the mud, plowing here to the finish line at the Roubaix Velodrome, where I'm now standing with the last corner 3 and 4 before the finish line over there. More like an edition in 2022 when Dylan van Baarle won in the sunshine and the dust here in the Velodrome. Either way, it'll be crazy. It's like playing Russian roulette, said Italian Filippo Ganna, who races for Ineos Grenadiers. You have to be a bit crazy to like Paris-Roubaix. It's so painful and so hard on your body. Lizzie Deignan won the women's race, the first edition of the women's race in 2021. In 2022, it was Elisa Longo Borghini, both Trek Segafredo riders. Well, this year in 2023, the way things are going, you can probably bet on an SD Works rider to win. Last weekend, it was Lotte Kopecky taking the glory in the Tour of Flanders. With that team so stacked, they'll be able to play their numbers on Saturday's race when they're out there battling against the likes of Trek Segafredo with, again, Elisa Longo Borghini and Lucinda Brand, and of Jumbo-Visma with Marianne Vos. On the men's side, we're not blessed with Tadej Pogačar after his Flanders win, racing over the cobbles here to the Roubaix Velodrome. No, he'll have to save that for another year, and we hope that he will try it once in his lifetime. Instead, this is our last head-to-head duel between Wout van Aert of Jumbo-Visma and Mathieu van der Poel of Alpecin-Deceuninck. Both of those boys have never won Paris-Roubaix, and both of them desperately want it. Mathieu van der Poel showed he's still in good form after second in Flanders. This Wednesday, he helped his teammate Jasper Philipsen win the Skill Prix race. Jasper Philipsen's going to help return that favor, hopefully here in Roubaix. As for Wout van Aert, well, we just don't know. We saw all those riders going out and doing the recon in the last days when it was raining, and Wout van Aert said it was filthy out there. But also another thing is that he was complaining of knee pain, of rib pain. Remember, he was involved in that massive crash in the Tour of Flanders, so his form is a bit in doubt. But don't you worry, because he'll be there to fight for it. This is Wout van Aert. Even when his form's not 100%, he is up for the fight. We saw that in E3, and if he's not, well, the team has the 2022 winner who was racing for Ineos last year and this year's in Jumbo-Visma, Dylan van Baarle. They also have Nathan van Hooijdonk, and they also have Christophe Laporte, winner of Dwars and winner of Gent-Wevelgem. But with so many strong riders here racing in Paris-Roubaix, it'd be crazy just to focus on those two top guys. And I'm thinking about Filippo Ganna, who's putting his aim on this race after his first aim of the spring was Milano-San Remo. In his Ineos Grenadiers team is American Magnus Sheffield. He'll be helping him along over around 250 kilometers of racing and around 60 kilometers over cobblestones. We also have other riders like Peter Sagan, past winner here in Roubaix, who's racing his last edition of Paris-Roubaix. Then we have riders like Sepp van Mark, who showed is going well in Gent-Wevelgem, racing here for Israel Premier Tech, and in that team is Canadian Guillaume Boivin. Remember back in 2021, that October edition, due to COVID and was delayed and Sonny Colbrelli won, was Guillaume Boivin in the Canadian National Championship jersey, who placed 9th on the day. And one guy I'm going to be watching is the Dane who finished 3rd in Flanders in Oudenaarde last Sunday, Mads Pedersen, because he's strong over these cobbles, and yes, he has a mean sprint. And this is what they call the Hell of the North. With the distance and the cobbles, even without the bad weather, expect an epic Paris-Roubaix.